U.S. intelligence agencies said this week that Iran was responsible for hacking into former President Donald Trump's White House campaign. Iran denies the allegations, but in a joint statement, top intel agencies say Iran's efforts to interfere with the upcoming election goes beyond just the Trump campaign. The statement reads, quote, "The intelligence community is confident that Iranians have, through social engineering and other efforts, sought access to individuals with direct access to the presidential campaigns of both political parties." CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd joins us now for our weekly national security wrap-up. So, Sam, what do we know about the extent of Iran's efforts to interfere in U.S. elections?
Well, Lana, we know that Iran has been attempting to interfere in U.S. elections for years. Back in July, 100 days before the election, the intelligence community issued an assessment focused on Iran, Russia, and China, and noted that foreign actors are refining their tactics to hide their hands in their election interference efforts. Fast forward to this week, and the U.S. intelligence community issued an assessment specifically focused on Iran. It noted that Iran is attempting to interfere in our elections to stoke divisions and to undermine confidence in our institutions. It noted that Iran is using tactics like cyber intrusions and social engineering. It noted that Iran has attempted to interfere with both presidential campaigns. We understand they were successful in hacking into President Trump's campaign. They were unsuccessful in hacking into the Biden-Harris campaign. Now, interesting, Lana, when we look at the why, the assessment notes that Iran has had a long-standing effort to interfere in our elections, but that they view this presidential election as, quote, particularly consequential. That is likely based on President Trump's policies when he was in office related to Iran. As you may recall, he gave the order for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani, the head of the IRGC, reinstituted sanctions on Iran and more, and that is likely why they view this election as particularly consequential, Lana.
Sam, I'm excited for us to talk a bit about Haiti. We were discussing that a lot earlier this year. It has fallen out of the headlines recently as other things have really dominated. But this week, the U.S. Treasury Department imposed sanctions against the country's former president for his alleged role in the gang violence there. Give our viewers an update about the situation.
Well, interestingly, the government of Canada sanctioned former President Michel Martelly back in November 2022. This week, the U.S. Treasury Department issued sanctions based on former President Martelly's abusing his office to facilitate drug trafficking destined for the United States and for sponsoring gang violence. As you noted, gang violence has been a historic problem in Haiti. It really reached unprecedented levels earlier this year. A coalition of gangs took advantage of the interim prime minister being out of the country to launch a series of coordinated attacks that unleashed a wave of violence. The UN estimates that 600,000 people have been displaced. 400 Kenyan law enforcement officers arrived in country in June to try to quell the violence. A new prime minister was appointed, but the security situation is still quite dire. The new prime minister that was appointed, I should note, interestingly, served as prime minister under then-President Martelly for about a year, Lana.
All right, real quick, do you have any optimism on these new ceasefire negotiations that are happening?
Well, there's a lot of optimism coming out of the United States. The administration indicated early signs were that the talks were constructive, but we do know that significant gaps still remain, particularly related to whether Israel will fully withdraw from areas in and around the Egypt-Gaza border, Lana.
All right, Sam Vinograd, thank you.
Thanks.